Welcome! Today, we are going to explore the surprising story of Theranos that began with a promise of a revolution in the biotechnology sector and turned into a major fraud scandal. In 2003, young entrepreneur Elizabeth Holmes founded Theranos, promising to create a revolution in the healthcare industry. She aimed to make blood tests faster, cheaper, and less invasive. Holmes's claims impressed investors and the media. Theranos' value increased rapidly, and Holmes became one of the brightest stars in the health industry despite her young age. However, things were not as they seemed. Journalists began questioning Theranos' claims and revealed that the company's technology did not actually work. Theranos' technology was not as reliable as claimed. It was revealed that their devices did not fully function, results were manipulated, and data was hidden to deceive investors. In 2018, Elizabeth Holmes and Theranos faced federal fraud charges. The court process lasted for years and finally reached a verdict. In 2022, Elizabeth Holmes was found guilty and sentenced to prison. The collapse of Theranos and the downfall of Holmes created a big shockwave in the tech world. The Theranos scandal left deep wounds in the tech world and financial markets. However, it also provided important lessons to the business world and investors about being careful and questioning claims. The story of Elizabeth Holmes tells us about the downfall of an entrepreneur who was once glorified and paying the price for fraud. However, this story is not just a warning, but also serves as a lesson. The story of Elizabeth Holmes remains as one of the most striking scandals of the tech world. The Theranos scandal was not just a case of fraud. It also had a major impact on the health industry. The company's collapse highlighted the need for a more careful approach in medical technology and investments. The Theranos scandal led to calls for reform in the health industry. It encouraged greater emphasis on stricter regulations, transparency, and ethical practices. However, the most important lesson learned from this story is the need to question claims and investigate the facts. The story of Elizabeth Holmes is a tragic memory of a once-promised future collapsing. However, the lessons learned from this story are important to ensure the future entrepreneurs are more ethical, transparent, and responsible. The Theranos scandal emphasizes the need for greater awareness and education in combating fraud. More efforts should be made in areas such as financial literacy, transparency in the health industry, and promoting ethical values. The story of Elizabeth Holmes tells about the downfall of an era and paying the price for fraud. However, this story also offers the opportunity to build a better world in the future. We hope this documentary helps you take a step towards creating a more conscious and careful society in combating fraud. Thank you for watching this documentary. Don't forget to follow us for more information and awareness in the future. Goodbye.